mic's on, but I gotta move the camera. Oh, great. Now it's that black screen. I don't know. Maybe I'll go up a little bit. Oh, nope. Wrong way. It's like a puzzle. I think it's too high, but I could be totally wrong. I'm going to go down one, and then I'm going to go over to the Explorer. I wonder why we can't see the camera anymore. It's weird. Okay. Okay, well, it still says it's on the kitchen. Oh, here we go. We're flipping it around. Oh, okay. Wow, look at that. It's like I knew what I was doing. That's awesome. Great job on the nursery decorating. Just adorable, and the sweet pillow. Noelle loves it. I just went in there. I took her out, and then I went in there to say hi to Anne and to see her, and I got down on the floor, and I said to Anne, I was like, this is so uncomfortable. I was like, I can't believe she has to lay on this hard floor all day. So I then said, let's fix it, and now she has barker bed. So so we'll see. Hopefully it stays that way, or else I'll just put it all back tomorrow. Or I'll drag in a mattress from my house. One way or the other, she'll still be the princess. So hot day today, like Africa hot out there. We're at at one point it was like 97 degrees. The dogs were like slugs all day today. Neko got bit by some horsefly. She has a big swollen face, and it's been an eventful day, let's just say that. But really super, super hot. The air conditioners are really working hard to regulate that temperature today. I was like running through parking lots with dogs today because I feel so bad. I mean, I know their paws aren't as sensitive as our feet, but like I just run them on that hobby. I try and park, and then I like run through as fast as I can to get them inside the building when it's this hot out. You're such a good mom. Oh, thanks. Ivy has been a slug all day too. Yeah, it's so hot. I can't imagine the days when we didn't have air conditioners, because back when I first started here, there weren't air conditioners anywhere, and it was just a lot of fans. So it's nice. It's really nice to have the AC. That's for sure. Let's see. What else? How is Grumman? Grumman looks great. He's acting great. I guess he is. So we're just gonna keep up watching him. Let's see. What else? Hi, Bentley. He's a good dog.
How many dogs do we have with diarrhea?
Grumman.
Or do we have to say how many we don't have diarrhea?
A lot of them don't have diarrhea right now. The only one that has that I know of as of, a couple hours ago, it was just Grumman with the explosive poo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The other dogs are just kind of puking up right after they eat. I don't know if it's a case of too much food or...
We are feeding, I think, too much. And I asked everybody to cut back because we're almost out of wet food.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people saying things to me like, oh, I don't feed very much. Well, that's not a quantitative.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to know, is it a half a cup or 3 cups or whatever? I think they ought to be getting about a quarter of a cup.
There's that. Are you talking about canned food or dry food? Oh, I have told them not to feed any canned food. I only use the canned food for spoon feeding in the barn. But I don't know what they use up here, but I've told the girls in the barn no, because in the morning they used to mix canned food, and I was like, no, we don't eat canned food in there every day. They're fine. They're hungry. They'll eat the dry food. So, as Steve would say, we're sissifying them by adding more food.
The wet food is just the dry food with water too. If you look at the ingredients,
yeah.
They're very, very similar.
Yeah. Does it look like the pup's eyes are opening? Yeah, I was holding them up to the camera. You probably didn't. They were like moving their heads all around, but yeah, their eyes are open.
Are we going to do?
Yeah, we'll weigh them after we can get them. We'll have Anne full today. I think you're implying kerfuffle. What happened with Walter, Shannon, and Wilbur today. So that was a case of too much screaming from a dog that was stuck. And Shannon tried to run out there, and Shannon, in the midst of trying to get out there as fast as she could, didn't shut the gate behind her, and Walter came right out behind her and said, "Let me give you a hand with untangling that dog." So
Were you going to kill him?
he went in to he grabbed Wilbur.
Oh.
Yeah, but no, there's no holes or anything. But what's Wilbur's problem? So what happened to Wilbur, I guess, is there's some sort of shade cloth out on Donkey Hill, and I guess he was playing with it and he was jumping up on it, and then somehow got more than half of his body stuck on it. He has rope shade cloth burn all in his area down here. It's all red and raw and he was screaming. Ryan came out through the horse paddock, and Shannon tried to get out through Walter's kennel, and I guess he was screaming for a little while before they could all get there. So that made all the other dogs get really excited and let us out. And then it just so happens that Walter's that cut through kennel, and he decided to go out and give a hand. So he had he has his collar on, and Shannon said thank God he had that, because she just grabbed that, and second she pulled that, he broke away. I mean, he didn't, definitely I don't think if Walter wanted to put holes in him, I think he would have. There's not one mark on Wilbur's neck, so that's what happened down on Donkey Hill today. So
Poor Wilbur.
Poor Wilbur, yeah. Could you please bring your granddaughter to the mic? Could you please bring your granddaughter to the mic?
We
Granddaughter?
don't have a granddaughter.
Oh, you mean Phoenix? Poor wonderful pups. I get a lot of food and love. May I go home now? That's funny. Yeah. So that was the only excitement today, thank God. So other than that, everything is good. Noelle likes to still dig around in holes outside. She had Donna chase her all the way up to the guest house where she tried to dig a hole, and Donna tripped and fell in a pile of dog poop, and it was an exciting day today. So miss what Meg said about the pup's eyes. Are they open? Yes, they're open. They have those really, they almost look like really dark blue eyeballs right now. So their eyes open and then their ears, right? Is that how it goes?
Who knows?
I think that's what you
As soon
always
as you
said.
show me how to test it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because they're too young to know what the noises would mean if they could hear them.
Yeah. Dave, do you want to tell her to put the puppies in the basket and bring them out here with the puppy finder?
Can you put the puppies in the basket and bring them out here with the puppy finder, please?
And I could come sit in my chair.
Yep.
I have a report to make.
What's your report?
Doris and Spinner's kennel, it looks like dry vomit,
Yeah.
and he didn't eat all his supper.
Okay.
So,
Do that.
Spinner had his dinner last night. He had thrown it up all down his ramp stairs, and I went in there. I went into the barn this morning, and I was like, I'm looking around. I was like, what is that smell? And I'm walking around. I was like, normally in the barn in the morning, there's just that doggy smell, but I was like, this is sour. And Shannon's like, I don't know. And I'm walking down, and I have a really good nose, and I'm sniffing, and I stop, and I look over, and I was like, oh God, it was just all down his ramp, and he's just sitting there like, morning.
I feel better.
Yeah. So, yeah, on we go. Hi, Noelle. I don't know what you're naming.
Oop. Okay, get over there. I've been known to have a
No, Bentley.
cloth. Get back in there.
Can you hand us a tiny cloth?
We need a tiny cloth. A tablecloth.
She's getting it.
Why does it say 5.15 all the time?
Maybe that's the limit, 5 pounds. I don't know.
Really?
I'm guessing. I doubt it. I'll say yes.
Precious living.
All right, Ned is first.
Okay, we have Ned. Hi, Ned. 311.
311. Did you get that? Yep. Podrick.
42. 41. Whoop.
41.
41.
41. Phoenix.
Hi, Phoenix. 4. 315. 315.
And last but not least, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon. Brandon.
I'm just kidding.
Brand. Oh,
He's wiggly, huh?
he's pretty close to 4.
4?
Yep, let's call
Four.
it 4.
All right. What did they gain, Ann? Do the math. Tell the world. You could just say what they were yesterday compared to what they are.
Okay. So
Loudly.
yesterday Ned was 3 pounds 3 ounces. Today he's 3 pounds 11 ounces.
So what's that difference? Brave the storm. Good Lord!
Sorry, I'm slow at math. Ounces.
3 pounds 3 ounces, and how many ounces is he today?
4 pounds 1 ounce.
How many ounces is that? That's 3 pounds. How many ounces?
That's 1 pound 2 ounces.
Well, go ahead. Figure out how many.
How many ounces?
How many ounces did he gain?
How many ounces did he gain? How many ounces are in a pound?
There you go. You got it. You don't know?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's been a while.
16?
16 ounces in a pound. 17 ounces.
Huh?
17 ounces. 18 ounces.
Oh my heavens.
Yeah.
He started at 3.
Yeah.
3 3?
3 3.
And he went basically to 317.
Yeah. No. He went to 4 1.
Well, 4-1 in ounces. We're looking for just the ounce part. If he started at 3, okay, all your calculations, if you started at 3 pounds, so his starting weight is 3 pounds 3 ounces. If you started weight from 3, it would be 17 ounces. So you take the 3 from the 17 and you get 14 ounces. You work on that tonight. I think that's right. All these people online will tell me if I'm wrong, but you need a piece of scratch paper maybe.
Apparently. So Brad was 3 pounds 10 ounces, and now he's 4 pounds.
Got the same problem, right?
You said 16 ounces in a pound.
16 ounces in a pound.
So.
Are you guys arguing about math?
Yeah, no, wrong person to be arguing about that. five.
There's a concept here. He started at what, 310?
310. Now he's 4.
So in other words,
Big
he's
five.
3 pounds, 3 pounds 16 ounces, right? Is that what 4 is? 3 pounds 16 ounces.
Yeah. So that's
Okay, so if he started at 310 and he went to 316.
6 ounces.
You'd be a great math teacher.
Oh gosh, I think
So Phoenix, 3 pounds 10 ounces, and now 3 pounds 15 ounces. That's 5 ounces. That's easy.
why is that so much easier? If you get 2 more ounces, that'd be 17 ounces, then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She just said yes to the rhythm.
It worked.
Yes. I don't have any mail to open.
Oh no. Nothing?
I don't have any. I got a bunch of crap, or whatever it's called. I mean, there's just absolutely. I can tell you what it is. The USDA using your tax dollars to censor science. The bees need your signature. TIAA, that's for Janine. That's not even for me. Chewy ads, that's dog, that's an advertisement. Costco. Visa is now the only major credit card accepted at Costco. And they're selling Febreze. I don't really need to read that. I know what's in Costco. I walk around there all the time. Viking River Cruises. Whoops, we don't need that either. And I don't even know what this. Oh, here we go. All day energy greens for anti-aging almanac. He puts his children to shame. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. Now, what else we got?
Eat kale.
What else we got? Oh, I hope my math was right, or I'm going to hear about it. I'm going to hear.
You do math very well in your head?
No,
No?
because arithmetic is not math.
Okay.
I can do the logic-y stuff, you know, really well, but arithmetic is like, it's almost as bad as spelling. Almost. And it's the same kind of thing. I don't know why people think arithmetic is math, because it's not.
No.
It has a few more rules than spelling, but it is to math what spelling is to English or something like that. I don't know.
Well, either way, I've never been able to do it in my head. On paper or calculator, I'm okay.
Why it's just so screwy. I thought they said that was it. Okay. 1 pound is 16 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
Making a girl do all of that without a calculator. Oh my lord. Oh. Math should always be done in private, especially when you throw pounds and ounces in there. Oh. Need to put those kinds of questions to Laura. She's used to being put on the spot. That's because she's had some training here.
You know, if we'd only just kept going to the metric system, everything would be easy because it'll be in tens.
In with?
In tens.
Yeah? Well, I don't know. Okay.
When I was in high school, they were hammering the metric system on us. We had to learn the metric system because we were going to switch over, and then it disappeared.
Yeah. Somebody put my car on Celsius.
Okay.
So, Bud and I are going down to that thing the other day,
Uh-huh.
and we couldn't really, we had a horrible time because we didn't know what the ratio was. So, I took it from the standpoint that if 32 is freezing
Mm-hmm.
and 0 is freezing,
Mm-hmm.
then if you add 32 to each one of them, you'd have 64 and 32, which probably, they don't go that way, I know, but at least you get an idea which way to make the numbers go. So if we're looking for like 60 degrees or something in the car so we're not freezing,
Yeah.
then somehow you got to get it up in the 25 range. That didn't seem to work.
20 degrees is 68 degrees.
Who?
20 degrees Celsius is 68. How do you know?
Okay, so see, we had it up with 25.
Yeah.
So we had the right direction. But the logic of trying to figure it out. We just had a logic problem here at the house with Ryan. I've been trying very hard. I tried very hard to get him to learn about the 3-4-5 triangle, and that didn't work. But
Really?
we've had electrical problems here. Watch me be wrong. This is going to be a bad one if I'm wrong. But at any rate, just in the last 2 weeks, we've had terrible electrical problems.
Yeah, I was here for one of them.
Yeah, right over here at the, my emergency, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Right,
That goes off.
right.
And then it starts to tell you, I have no AC, which means it doesn't have any alternating control, it cannot plug into whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that just started 2 weeks ago. Well, what else started 2 weeks ago? The air conditioner over there. Well, what else is over there? The heater.
Yeah.
It's the kind of season where you need one or the other. So if the air conditioner is blowing the fuses on that thing, why not unplug the heater and plug it in where that goes? And it's been fine ever since.
Simple.
Simple.
But they weren't.
But in the
both
meantime,
running, were
in the
they?
meantime, Ryan, he is a, God knows he's a worker, but and he's a bright guy, but he doesn't think. So he's against thinking, as a matter of fact. He had taken a great long 75-foot extension cord and plugged in the air conditioner to that, strung it behind the coffee and the cookies and everything else, and hung it out the back window down into the cellar and plugged it in down cellar. Which certainly wasn't a way to make the air conditioner go. But we've got so many cords running all over this house that blew my mind. So I said, no, let's try replacing the heater with the air conditioner. And it so far is working.
Mhm.
But those are just logic problems.
Yep.
And that's math. That's the logic of math, the logic of geometry. You know, people should do that. No? That's all I know. Wore myself out. Too bad you weren't here. What's 1 pound if he weighed 3 pounds 3 ounces yesterday and 4 pounds 1 ounce today, how many ounces did he gain? She's gonna cry. Oh,
Okay.
she's gonna get a piece of
Paper.
paper. At least she's got courage.
Wait, what?
He started out yesterday 3 pounds 3
And
ounces,
today?
and today's 4 pound 1.
Okay, well there's 16 ounces in a pound. I'm gonna do is not on the
You gotta back off. She just had to back off so she wouldn't be on camera.
3 pounds would be 48 ounces.
It's time we confronted some of these kids about, let's learn something.
See, I just had to close my eyes and really visualize it. It worked it out.
You know, and after I explained how it was,
So 14 ounces.
good for you. How did you do that?
Very stupidly.
Show
So
your
I-
work.
So I took the 4 pounds 1 ounce,
Yep.
and I just made it 3 pounds 17 ounces, and then I subtracted
Oh,
the
okay,
ounces.
okay.
Yeah,
It worked.
that certainly was right. But what you were doing was using 3 as the base. So that coming off 3, you were up 17 and you were up 3, and the difference between the two is 14. But it was, you did fine. I'll give you a worse one next.
I just got my calculus grade back.
Yeah.
What
I
was
got
it?
a 101% for the class.
What's that?
101%.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Calculus. What do you,
Calculus, yeah.
this is high school?
No, college.
College. Yeah.
So they're not messing around.
Are you going to major in math?
Oh,
What?
animal behavior.
Why would you not major in math?
Um,
Let me explain one thing I explain to my children. If you major in math and science, you will make twice the money anybody else makes. And it has proved true with both those kids. So go ahead. Why are you not majoring in math?
I'm not as interested in it. I mean, I did well, but it's not what I'm interested in.
Okay, if you make a lot of money, you can play with animals. If you play with animals, you'll be broke your whole life.
That is
Now you want
true.
to think about that for a while. And that's exactly what I've told my kids. And Gwen, my oldest daughter, she was sort of a brilliant sort of person that would major in French and English and all these fluffy things. And she didn't. She majored in physics. And it's the logic of the physics that's got her where she now is, working for Mass General, living in North Carolina.
I'm taking physics next semester and also organic chemistry next semester.
Organic chemistry, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But then physics and math,
Yeah.
you will make more money majoring in them. And stop this,
Probably.
right. I mean, I'm a math major. I was interested in animals, but you can't make any money at that.
Very rich.
That doesn't
I'm
work
kidding,
either.
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
Yeah, everybody thought I did, but that was not the case. That was a lot of problems. My husband owned this side of the driveway with just the house on it, and I owned everything on that side because I had worked my whole life and I delivered magazines and I could afford it. But if I had to live under his terms, I was broke my whole life. This was the first car I've ever had that I didn't have to push to start. I was thrilled the other day. Bud and I were going to go to Braintree, and I was absolutely thrilled. I got out there and turned the key and it went.
It's very appropriate you had a Toyota to go to.
I did. I pointed that out to them.
Yes.
That's awesome. Hey, Benny.
And we have a Toyota that somebody gave us that is a godsend. It's gonna go 500,000 miles, I'm sure. It's just as nice as can be.
I had a Toyota that had about 240,000 miles on it, and it would have just kept going, except my oldest son totaled it.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it.
So I'm on my second.
Second son?
No, my second. My second RAV4.
I see. No, I don't know why kids don't get that. Oh, I'm interested in. Go ahead, be interested in it. But let me tell you, you got to make money,
Hmm?
I agree.
huh?
I agree.
You may. You're the type that might understand that. And where are you going to go to college, or where are you going to college?
University of New England in Maine.
In Maine. Yep. Janine started at the University of Kentucky. Came back to BU. That was a big jump.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because Janine is one, I mean, I don't mind telling you, she stayed back in second grade. She can read. She's dyslexic. Boy, can she spell things wrong. But she's gotten very good at it, and she's now got her doctorate. Crazy.
Mhm.
Gwen does not have her doctorate. She's got 2 or 3 masters.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they basically have hired her at Mass General for her logic. I'll tell you one thing. I can't tell you what company she worked for, because it was a company that was into security, and security of their computers and security of everybody else's computers. And it was a big deal. It's a big, big company. And they were talking, she went down for an interview, not very far out of college, but, somewhere along in there. She didn't have a job. And she's walking around with the personnel people, and they went into this one office where it was all, high security. You had to get in and push buttons and all to get in. And it had a big computer in there, and the computer, it was a hot day. The computer was too hot. So they opened the back door, got to cool off the computer. That went into the alleyway.
Uh-huh.
And nobody noticed it except Gwen. The damn alleyway wasn't secure.
Yeah.
She blew the whole security of the whole place with opening the door to and Gwen would notice that kind of stuff. She notices everything. But she ended up getting a very good job, and that was and it all started because of that. And I got that job with them. Well, I worked for the one ad anyway, but they finally began to believe me instead of their blue-suited accountant, because I noticed the fact that his big, thick report, which was very fancy, didn't match mine, which was on one piece of paper in my back pocket, because we wholesaled the magazine for 86 cents, and his total at the bottom ended in an odd number. So on that basis, they looked at my report and saw that I had everything I needed on my one piece of paper, and they gave me the whole accounting firm for that, for the whole company. It was it used to be a pretty good sized company. That was before eBay. Want Ads. Thousands of. My first delivery with Want Ads was one carton in the back of a VW Bug, and before I finished, I was getting a tractor trailer in here, and that's what the laundry used to be. The back of that laundry building was all solid Want advertisers.
Hey, Bailey.
It was an interesting deal, but it was all the fact that it was math logic. I don't know why kids don't get that explained to them. However, there's 2 pieces here of paper that don't belong here. I don't know what they are. That blue thing and the thing on top of it. I have a nasty feeling those are somebody's records that are going to be locked up out back. You got too much. You picked up too much.
It looks like an odd pair of socks.
The socks are mine.
Caution tape socks.
What does that say?
Tower of Hope.
Tower of Hope. Yeah.
Does that belong up there?
Yeah, it belongs in that desk.
Oh, we have any math questions
Oh,
on the computer?
I never should open my mouth. I'm gonna be in trouble. Somebody gonna put me to the test. Tell that girl straight math is easy but boring. Try economics. Good pay, good job prospects. Carlene is correct. Math majors can lead you to great places. I majored in math and it was giving me great computer science footing. My best friend had the same degree but focused on biology. She's now doing great. So spread the word to all your kids. Best way to go. STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and math. Big on the word. I owed my success to great teachers, though. They were patient and went through the extra mile. I never forgot them. At least she persevered and everyone was nice about it. It helped her and her logic made sense. She just needed to do some time to process it. I tell my students, if you can explain your thinking, that's the most important part. And she did. Perseverance and guidance, the process of the keys. Mm-hmm. If you put the pups in a smaller basket, would it be a bushel? Jesus. Okay.
We'll get into that. 3 bushels in a peck. I don't know.
We're all
I
inching
remember
toward.
having to learn it though in grade school. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's how it is.
Okay.
I also had teachers in grade school that if I had done what you did, something different, I didn't do it the way they wanted it, they would have told me I was wrong. Yeah,
I hate when that happens.
yeah.
You get the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
She's asking about, this is Amy from Kentucky. I know you usually do an ultrasound to determine pregnancy, but wouldn't it be cheaper to do a blood test on Opal and observe relaxin levels to determine pregnancy? There's not too much enthusiasm for doing pregnancy tests on dogs, because if you wait for 20 minutes, you'll know. So, you know, I know this ultrasound, you can do it at 30 days. Well, you've got 33 days to go. That's, 4 weeks. It gets to be a question of, how curious are you? It's not going to make a bit of difference in the way you treat her. And by the time she gets to be very pregnant, if she is, she's going to tell you she's pregnant, needs more food and things like that. But we just give vitamin pill to everybody who we think is pregnant, and on we go. It's a lot cheaper in the long run.
Well, Sandy says she's been very hungry. She's been needy.
I think you got to be careful because Sandy's opinion may be slighted.
Yeah.
We don't
Well,
know.
it's just
Yeah, I know.
observations.
I looked at her. She certainly isn't thin.
No.
She's not thin. This is Friends of the Earth. Okay, I'm not gonna. I already sent the bee business. I bought their bee stuff. Okay, so we're out of here, are we?
Mm-hmm. I guess so. Unless there are more
Let
questions.
me see what else we got. Well, oh my God, 18.
There you go.
Do pregnancy tests work on animals? Pee on the stick kind? No, but I tell you what happened with that one. It wasn't too many years ago that I went into the drugstore and asked for a pregnancy test, and they all looked at me like I was out of my mind. So that's so much for the pregnancy bit, peeing on the stick. I tried it, and it doesn't work. It has to do with, it doesn't work. I've forgotten why it doesn't work, but George said so. How's Bailey? Bailey's okay. Pied Piper picked a peck of pepper. How many peppers did Peter Piper pick? A billion peppers. Do the arena need to be on? No, I don't know. There are no lights in there. Did the horse doctor come out to check on the puppy? No, he got injured in the eye, so he's coming out tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Who get injured?
What's Brian, the horse vet?
Oh.
Here's my favorite math question. What is 1 times 1 times 0? Zero. Oh. Whoops, sorry. It's supposed to be 1 plus 1 times 0.
1.
It depends on where you put the parentheses.
Yeah,
1
but
times
there are
0.
none.
Yeah, 1 times 0 would be 0, so the answer would be 1 to that one. I'm the typo queen. 1.
All hail the queen.
Okay, 2 more. Oh my. Can we buy you takeout dinner for tonight? Didn't we do that? Oh wow. I think don't we? I smell fish. Don't we have fish?
I have no idea.
Could somebody please check up on the
No.
dinner? I think we
I
have
don't
fish.
smell it.
I smelled fish.
Yep.
Yes, we have fish. So I guess thank you for the offer, but we'll try that some other night. How was Carlene's day? Carlene's day was a long one. I was hanging around waiting for the architect, and he forgot and didn't come, so he's now coming tomorrow morning at 9:30. And then I did a whole bunch of paperwork, got ready for Anne, who's here. We're writing another grant proposal. And that's always fun. And that's all I did. I went down and looked at things down in the barn. It pays me just to walk around and look at things once in a while. I'm ashamed of myself for that that thing that dog got caught in, because I bet you I would have noticed if I was down there. They hang down. They're going to try and get on it.
Yes, I've seen it before. They think it's like a hammock.
You all know about the dog that got stuck in the fence for me.
Stuck in the fence.
The puppy that got stuck in the fence out here.
I don't.
It's one of my classic stories. My husband was in the shower and I was wrapped up in a towel, playing on the computer, waiting for him to get out of the shower. Remember this story? I better not tell it then. Well, I'll have to continue, I suppose. I started it. There are new people that haven't heard it. At any rate, all of a sudden there was a screaming outside. A puppy was in trouble somehow. I get outside, and he's trying to jump over the fence, and he got his leg over the bar at the top of the fence, through the chain link, and went backwards, and now it was caught. So he's hanging on one foot. So I went running out in my towel, and trying to straighten out the puppy. I kind of dropped the towel and lost my shoes. But at any rate, I got my foot up, stuck my foot in the fence, and sat him on my knee. But I couldn't raise him up high enough to get the foot disconnected. I've got this 80-pound puppy in my lap now, one foot stuck in the fence. And I screamed for my husband, who was in the shower, and I couldn't get him to even hear me. But up the driveway came the FedEx guy. No, it was the UPS guy. And so when he went through the gate, I said, "Sir, could you give me a hand?" And he did. And he said, "Don't worry about it." He said, "Nobody would believe this story." So that's my story anyway. That's my story.
Handled it with grace.
If eggs are 12 cents a dozen, how much are 100 eggs? 8.5. 12 cents a dozen, I got a penny an egg. I got a penny an egg, don't I? So it's 100 pennies. It's $1. I always like the one with getting the cannibals across the river. I never know whether it's 2 cannibals and 3 missionaries or 3 and 3, but I forgot. But that's a good one. I'd have to start with coins to know. Is supper getting ready? Yeah. Oh, good.
My wife is the one who's big in puzzles.
Huh?
My wife is big in puzzles like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're fun. Logic puzzles. I don't think I have enough. I don't know. Well, I have 3 of those coins and 3 of those coins. And if we're trying to get them, I think it's 3 and let's start with 2 and 2. Let's trying to get the cannibals across the river in 1 canoe. And you can't have more cannibals than missionaries will eat them. So you go over there like that. And now the only thing that can happen is that the missionary come back. Otherwise he'd be outdated here. So the 2 missionaries go over, and somebody's got to bring it back. So he brings the canoe back. Well, that way, it must be 3 and 3 because it's more complicated than that. We will now try 3 and 3. Okay, so the first has got to be that, and that's got to be that first. Now, you can't have that because you have 1 missionary and 2 cannibals. That's bad. So you can send the cannibals over and bring the 1 cannibal back. That works. Now I can send over 2. If I bring the cannibals back, that guy's dead. If I bring that guy's back, I didn't do anything. So you bring back 1 of each. That's what you do. That's the trick of that
Now
one.
you're into the 2s.
Now I'm 2 and 2.
Right, now you can do a missionary and a cannibal.
See, I can't send them over because this guy was over there. So now I can send these over, and that one back, and then that one over, and that one back, and that one over.
Oh, okay.
Got that one. Got that one solved. But the trick is nobody tells you that you can have 2 people in the canoe coming back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people don't assume. Okay, next problem. What? Old riddle, say out loud. What can you buy? 1 for a quarter. 2 for 50 cents. That's still 1 for a quarter. 3 for 75 cents. And 1,000 for $1. I don't know. I don't know. Do you know that one? Huh? I've never heard that one before. That's got to be tricky.
1 for a quarter, 2 for 50 cents, 3 for 75 cents,
Does
They're
it have
all
to
one
do
for-
with whipped cream?
1,000 for...
What?
It's a blue penguin, and it said, does it have to do with whipped cream?
I don't know.
She said to say it out loud. So I wonder if it's like a sound thing.
What
Sounds
can you
like-
buy? 1 for a quarter. 2
Maybe
for
nothing.
50 cents, 3 for 75 cents, and 1,000 for $1.
Oh, wait a minute. 1 for a quarter of what? If we get 1 for 1 quarter, maybe it's 1/4 of a penny or something. I bet that works out.
Well, I think she has the answer there if you want to click on it.
Oh, that's the answer.
So, I don't know, it just,
Enjoy it.
the reply just popped up.
Oh.
So. Someone answered it, I suppose.
So what's the answer?
A week later, a 12-year-old got the answer. Prize got up 2 concert tickets, lots of radio stuff, limo ride, and some cash. Oh, I think she might be typing the answer now.
Oh, yeah.
This is the answer. Up top, there's another report. Nothing? She's gonna let it hang for a while, I think.
Right. I forgot to turn the camera.
Uh-oh. We're watching his solve things while you're
Mhm.
reading. There's another reply there under the question. It's here, right? She's not gonna tell us.
Oh, God.
Waiting for the answer.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are. The microphone's still on?
No.
Yes.
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 What's that big?
How did we end up with spaghetti?
Nominated, I think.
Mm.
Good girl. What's the matter, huh? Oh, you smell food. That's what you smell. Would you like the microphone off now?
Sure.
Good night.